Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel Davo, where we talk about Italian real estate and often go out and tour actual property listings available for sale. Today we're here in the office, but we'll be talking about the popular subject of €1 homes, specifically one of the newest communities announced by CNN in recent days. In fact, I was going to wait until I was able to visit to post anything about this little village in my favorite region, Apulia, or Apulia, as you might know it. But now that CNN has written not just one, but two articles about it, I think it's about time we talk about it here on this channel. They refer to this village as the only village in Puglia that is giving away properties for €1, but truth is Taranto and Caprarica di Lecce and Biccari are all located in Apulia and all listed in casaunero.it, which is considered the official website of the €1 home program. I guess technically Taranto is a city and not a village, and Caprarica di Lecce most likely doesn't have any inventory left if they ever did it all. So I guess it's accurate enough to call it a village, or the only village. If you'd like to read the CNN articles in question, I've linked them in the description, as well as contact information for expressing your interest to purchase one for yourself, not to me, but to the mayor directly. Go ahead and check the description and use that when the video is ended. We're talking about Biccari. Now, I used to say it Biccari because, that's how I am. I pronounce it wrong. But speaking to some residents there and my Italian friends, it's Biccari. Maybe the accent's a little bit bad, but it's a village of about 2,000 residents on the northern border of Apulia. Much like the majority of other €1 home communities, I'd never heard of it before. Upon doing some research, I discovered it was only a 30-minute drive from Foggia, which has more than 150,000 inhabitants. At least you can be sure within a range of 30 minutes by car, you'll have all your necessities covered. Aside from an airport. Well, there is an airport in Foggia, but I couldn't confirm any flights available. When searching for solutions to Foggia direct from New York, the only option was a €5,000 ticket to Rome, followed by a long train ride. That really shouldn't have justified the €5,000 price tag. So we'll just assume we need to find another solution. Other benefits of this little village are that it is only a 1-hour drive from Manfredonia, which is a beachside on the edge of Gargano National Park. Some of you might be familiar with that area. It's actually very beautiful. Never been there, but I've heard a lot about it. We're going to answer a few questions in this video, like how to arrive in Biccari, what to expect when visiting, what kind of homes are going to be available, and most importantly, how to buy. The second article that just came out today actually references that the mayor of Biccari has received more than 20,000 requests already to purchase a property from there. And I was delighted to hear about how all the people featured in the article felt a deep interest in connecting with the community and a desire to help stimulate the economy in whatever way they can really think, right? In whatever way they can contribute. I find it actually really refreshing, and I did actually enjoy the article, which is kind of different than my usual feelings about when they write about these things. CNN, I mean. First up, how to arrive in Biccari. We've already mentioned Foggia not accepting an airport. Of course, if you're in Europe, you're welcome to drive. But for Americans out there or others, you'll want to take a flight. A flight to Bari Airport from New York's JFK Airport during the month of August, which is typically the high travel season, ranges between €500 and €1,000 per adult ticket, with the duration ranging from 16 to 10 hours, depending on your price tier and the layovers involved. After that, you'll have a nearly 2-hour train ride to Lucera from Bari. I found a ticket available on Trenitalia.it, which is often what I use to purchase tickets to go from one side of the country to the other, for just over €11 per one passenger. This will get you pretty close, but Biccari doesn't have a train station. Lucera is still an 18-minute drive to Biccari, so having a car accessible is going to be a necessity. I did see that Ferrovia del Gargano offers a bus service that connects Lucera to Biccari, or you can rent a car at the Bari airport using an international driver's license. There is a link describing these instructions for visiting Biccari in the description as well. Go and visit that again also after the video is over. Now, where can I stay in Biccari? When finding places to stay, I did notice there is an Airbnb setup that looks clean and claims to sleep 8 people through it, though it is a 1-bedroom property. It seems pretty small for 8 people, but it's doable. There's also evidence of a B&B Catarina on Google, but in case those are full when you intend to stay, searching on Lucera or Foggia in those areas or other areas nearby in cases where you have a car could be a good solution. For the Airbnb option, you'll be paying 65 euros for nightly rates for a minimum of 2 nights stay. Okay, so it's more like 130 euros for 2 nights, right? It goes a bit up in August, but not so much. Feel free to check the link in the description for photos of this Airbnb property that I described, but I encourage you to look around and find yourself the perfect solution. I don't know how many of you are coming over. What should you expect when visiting? First of all, understand that I've not been to Biccari, or the whole format of this video would be completely different. By that I mean we wouldn't be sitting here in the office and would hopefully be standing in the city directly, even looking at some of the properties. I have, however, visited another €1 home community just 15 miles south of Biccari as the bird flies. By car, it's more like 34 miles, like 68 kilometers or 58, I don't remember, due to the twisty nature of the country hillside roads, which takes you out of Apulia and into Campania. The community I'm referring to is Zungoli, which has been featured in 2 separate videos on my channel where I toured around with the mayor viewing properties with him. If you'd like to check that out after this video is over, you can check the description for the link or check the card in the corner, this corner I think. Basically this info icon. Just for a teaser, I'd like you to see a few video clips that I took from Zungoli so you can get an idea of the architectural style as well as the panoramic views. Zungoli, from what I can tell, is a bit higher on the hill, about 200 meters higher than Biccari, and will be a bit more picturesque due to this, but Biccari should be fairly similar, whereas the countryside is similar overall. I've also visited Bisaccia briefly, but haven't yet shared video footage. I feel like Zungoli is a better comparison, though they are all pretty similar, just with different population sizes. Overall, you'll experience a welcoming atmosphere from the 2,000 inhabitants, though you might not notice they're there due to the ratio of real estate versus people and what time of day you might visit. Talking about ratios, I was able to find some data on how the population was broken down and was happy to see the median age at 47.5 years of age, when honestly I expected it to be higher. The population is broken up between 11% kids under 14 years old and 27% older than 65, while the remaining are in between. So the biggest question on your mind is most likely what kind of homes are going to be available. One thing that sets this community apart is how their approach varies from most other communities. CNN paints the picture that they are literally the only €1 home community to offer homes in a ready-to-live-in package. I have to say I disagree, since my first €1 home community visit to Musumelli had me touring €1 homes and superior homes in tandem, some of which you could literally move into, though from an Italian's perspective, needed a renovation for sure. So while they might not be the only community to offer this package, they are the first to use it as a marketing campaign, which, based on their 20,000 email requests and numerous visitors desiring to view the homes since it was announced at the end of January publicly, or at least internationally, they've definitely had people take notice. So out of the 20,000 people interested, what percentage do you think are serious buyers? And what percentage of those serious buyers are going to get their hands on the dozen upper scale homes and nearly 100 abandoned structures? If it wasn't the €1 home market we were talking about, I'd say it's definitely a seller's market. According to the article, the community website will soon have a list of the properties available, and they will be divided between the 2 price points. Basically one section for upper ready-to-live-in property and another section for the €1 homes. From what I understand, the price range on the upper ready-to-live-in homes are going to range between $9,000 and $13,000 as a price tag, and then plus the cost of transferring the property in both cases. So now you're probably wondering, how do I buy one? As we've already shown, there are relatively few properties for a decently large number of people. In order to purchase, you need to express your interest to purchase using the forms provided on the community website when it's in working order. If you can't wait, definitely send them an email to express your interest amongst the other 20,000. But don't be surprised if you get a little to no response, at least until they're completely underway. Things just work a bit slower here. Just an example, the community decided they'd be selling in 2019, these €1 homes, and now we're talking about it in 2021. In most other communities, there is a module to complete, and based on the responses that you give to their questions, like whether you'll be setting up residency or the number of kids you're bringing along with you, you're going to be rewarded the property perhaps ahead of someone else. They haven't mentioned if this will be the same strategy used as of yet, as far as I could tell, but it is smart for them to prioritize people, and specifically families that intend to be present in the community, since that's where the real economic stimulation will begin. Selling one or two houses isn't going to do it, but these families living there and breathing and living and breathing, you get my point. One thing that is clear, when you do connect with the community and the property has been assigned to you, you'll be paying a €3,000 bond to the city that will be reimbursed at the time of project completion. Now, I think this is in the case of €1 homes. If it's habitable, I'm pretty sure that is not the case. Now, don't quote me on this. I didn't confirm it, but I'll get that answer soon enough. It's a bit better than some other communities requiring €5,000 as a bond. They expect you to finish the project within 3 years, but have already expressed a willingness to extend the duration if your project is underway. It kind of gets rid of some of the worries that a lot of people have had about past €1 home campaigns. You'll be needing to establish a Codice Fiscale or tax ID number, which is a necessity when purchasing Italian real estate. If you'd like assistance in setting up your Codice Fiscale, I've left a link below for you to gain more information on how you can do that remotely, as opposed to waiting until you are present in Italy or waiting for a response from your local consulate that might just take a really long time these days. It's time to take action. Go ahead and get more information by following the link in the description. Once you have your Codice Fiscale, you're eligible to buy property in Italy, depending on what your country's trade agreements are. After that, just follow the instructions sent to you by the community, and you'll be well on your way to owning a piece of Italian €1 real estate. I do want to warn everyone, buying real estate is an adventure, anywhere. Buying in Italy, even more so. I encourage you to talk to your local tax and law professionals to help you determine if this is right for you. Investing in Italy, believe it or not, is not the popular decision, at least regarding income-generating investment choices. Believe me, I hear it all the time. It can be, this is my perspective, but it should be considered a luxury expense. And if you make money, at least for now, it's more of a bonus result from a well-planned project. These €1 home communities need people who care about the well-being of the economy and not someone who wants to come in to gain a quick buck. Unless we can make a lot of big changes for the betterment of the whole economy, it'll be a long while before you get your money back. That's pretty much all I prepared to talk about today. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments and I'll do my best. Honestly, if you've made it this far in the video, you're amazing. I tried to prepare better information this time so that there would be a little bit more clarity on what's going on, especially whereas I haven't been there yet. I did talk to someone responsible for the project today, and I have an appointment to speak with them again tomorrow with some more important references like the mayor, I hope. And I should have more information by then. Anyway, thanks for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and do so if you find it interesting. We are going to be doing a number of crazy projects this year. At least that's the goal. And I intend to see it through. So that's it for now. We'll see you next time.